Namaste. This is Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2012. This is my first attempt at doing a video show, Sustainable Spirituality. This is David Stillwaters before you, and I'm here to express a little bit about sustainability and spirituality as I know it. A humble attempt to express something that is eternal, something which we're all connected to, one source. I have many topics to get through, so one day at a time. The flute playing at the beginning is just a little sound check and checking in with the divine, great spirit, source, has many names, has no name. First part that we'll talk about is the 4 universal laws. I'd like to go through them just as a basis for kind of where we're coming from. This first law is you exist, pretty important one. And when I say you, I'm referring to the point of consciousness, point of reference, perspective, silent, still awareness within all of us, which views each life from a different perspective, and it will always be. This is the first law. We can go a little bit deeper in later shows. Part 2 of the universal laws is what you put out, you receive. It's law of karma. Basically, whatever energies or thoughts, energy from emotion that you put out into the universe, you get back. Words, thoughts are like energies which attract themselves. So it's like law of attraction, law of karma, all interconnected. Same thing, we'll go through these a little bit more depth later on in the series. The third law right now is what is in me is within everyone, and what is within everyone is within me. Or all is one is all. Point of consciousness, which exists within one being, is connected to all points of consciousness. And so whatever happens to one affects the whole, and whatever happens to the whole affects the individual. It goes both ways. There's one being, which is one point, and that same point of awareness is all points of awareness at the same moment, like a hologram. You take a hologram of an apple, a 3D apple hologram. You see a picture of an apple. You shatter the hologram into 1,000 pieces. Each identifiable piece of glass has its own shape, its own density, its own vibration, and inside each broken piece of glass from the hologram has a picture of the apple. That's how holograms work. And each picture of the apple in every individual piece of glass is the same. Yet, every piece of glass has its own weight, its own density, its own vibration. And before we shattered it, it was all connected into one matrix. And that's kind of how we explain that. The last law is very important. The only constant in the universe is change, with the exception of the first 3 laws. This is pretty cool because let's say you are going to travel throughout all of existence, the entire universe, from a starting point, right here, right now. And you go in a straight line, and space is curved. And as you're going throughout all of existence, you're going, out of the universe into the void, out of the void into another place, out of that place into another, and you keep going, and eventually you end up where you started. But since the only constant is change, the point you started is no longer the same point. It's different. It's changed. The whole universe has changed. All molecular structure, all the stars, all the alignments. So you can never go back to that exact same point where you started. And no matter where you go, even in consciousness, as you travel, things change, your perspective. And these are the basic laws. We're going to go into a lot more deeper than that, down the rabbit hole, as it were. This is just the first expression that I have, so hopefully it'll get better after this. I am here to just awaken some people to the possibilities of limitless creation, limitless imagination, and opening to their source, whatever they want to call it, Shiva, God, Christ. It doesn't matter. What matters is one source, whatever you want to name it, is connecting everything and everyone. And this is a journey that we all must take at some point. If not in this life, then possibly the next. So that's all I have to say for now. And this is sustainable spirituality. And I will talk about sustainable technologies and the world as we see it and how it could be seen in a later date. So I bid you namaste.